the United States inflation is coming down and their unemployment rates are going up, which means that things are not right. And then this is why we don't see strength coming into the US dollar. If you can see the DSY, we saw the bounce of this area, and then the buyers pulled the price back to this area. And after the drop, the number of people filing for unemployment benefits on Thursday, we saw that the number increased drastically from the previous of 302,000 people to the increment of 315,000 people filing for unemployment benefits, which means that their unemployment rate has gone up drastically, which is causing the dollar weakness right now. You can see that we don't often see strength in the US dollar, and then what you notice is that we have what we call market is ranging at this particular area, which means that there is still no particular direction from this area. The same thing we have here is repeating itself at 103,700 to 104,200, which means that Fed still have a lot to do to increase their employment rate. And then don't forget that this next week is an NFP week, and then that is when I will know that maybe they have actually employed maybe their unemployment rate reduced in January or not. So let's see how it goes right there. Maybe the unemployment rate reduced in February. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Maybe the unemployment rate reduced in February. So the Friday is the NFP, and then watch out for the NFP. So either US dollar barrier or US dollar strength. So one will come out of it. But for me, I think we should still have US dollar strength because inflation is coming down, and then before you know, they might actually get inflation might actually get to the 2% Fed inflation target. But let's see how it goes. The unemployment rate is what is dragging the dollar backward now. Aside the unemployment rate, we still have a very strong the US still have a very strong economy. And let's see how it goes. On DSY, as you can see, last week we saw the bounce of at this particular area, and the market starts ranging at this level. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, and then my 1K subscribers, you are welcome to this channel. This is where I bring you the latest insights in the world of forex market. So my super amazing subscribers, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and then don't forget to like and then drop your opinion in the comment section on individual pairs you want to you feel like, okay, this is the way you should move, and then according to your own analysis. And another thing is that Ambafx, so you can actually reach out to me if you have any question or probably for mentorship and stuff. So the link to my Twitter page is in the description box, so you can actually click there, reach out to me, and even if you're not verified, you can actually message me. So I'll read your message and I will reply as early as possible. So welcome here guys. This is where you learn the truth about forex trading, both fundamental and then the technical aspect, even the sentimental aspect. So let's go to the individual currency and then see what is going on. But before that, we'll check the economic activities of next week. What is going to happen in the fundamental world next week? And if you see the DSY, there is something that we normally say when we have a trend line like this, because the price is coming to closer to the trend line, and we might actually see a break to the downside, which is one of the things actually looking at. But there are two things now that might actually happen. This market is still in a range at this level, and then you can see this is a very solid support level right there at 103,705. So what I wanted to look at and what I wanted to to check out here is that next week, because on Friday we have the NFP on Friday, but for me, I still believe that US dollar strength should still continue, and then we should still retest this particular high. And as you can see, price, and one thing I'm still looking at here that is still saving the US dollar for me is that this price did not actually go below this one. So the price here didn't go below this one, and if you check here too, I didn't go below this one, which means that I think buyers are stepping in gradually, so which they might actually push the price back to this back to 104,933. But if we now see the unemployment rate increased on Friday, that is the NFP day on Friday, then we should see a breakout here. And then if there will be a breakout to the downside, it will be a more volatile breakout. That is that will be in a more volatile way. So you can just see price break to the downside and retest this support, and then probably might just see price coming back to this low of 101,463. That is a US dollar weakness. But for me, I still believe price should stay find a support around this area, retest this 104,933. But if you see price below 103,705, just know that this is a sellers has dominated right there, and then they might actually drag the price back to 101,463. That is when you buy GBP USD, you buy euro US dollar. But if you can see gold right now, gold is skyrocketing, and then I believe it should go to the all-time high. But for now, we are still on DSY before we go to gold. So two things you should look at next week for price to bounce off this area and then retest this 104,933. But if you now started to see price of the DSY, you started to see DSY coming below this level of 103,705, then you get ready for the US dollar weakness. That is what I'm anticipating. That's what I'm looking at on the DSY. But this level is a very strong support level, but price has retested so many times, and then when price retests a certain level so many times, it gets weaker. That's just the fact. It gets weaker. Some traders might say that as price retests a certain level, it means that it gets stronger. No, if price retests a certain level too much, that level will get weaker and eventually it will break. So let's see how it goes right there. But it's stylishly, price is getting closer to this trend line, and if price is getting more closer to the trend line, then it will not be long when you see a break to the downside. So obviously, let's see how it goes next week, because markets come here, price come here, it's range, it's breakout, come here again, range. So probably you might actually see a breakout. That might be a repetition of pattern. So let's see. But I'm actually looking at is for price to retest 104,933, and then if this level break, we should be looking at 105,982, which is the next resistance level. But if you now see price coming back and break this low of 103,705, so you should be looking at a bearish move back to 101,463. On Monday, we have the Swiss franc CPI. We have on Tuesday, we have Bank of Japan governor speech, and then Tuesday too we have core CPI from Tokyo. That is out of the Japanese yen. And then Tuesday too we have the ISM service PMI from the US dollar. On Wednesday, we have the ADP farm employment from the US dollar, the interest rate from the Canadian dollar on Wednesday. Wait for it. And then on Wednesday too, we have the Fed chairman Powell testify on Wednesday, just job opening out of the US dollar, and then Bank of Canada press conference on Wednesday. So these ones might actually give a minor effect, but what will actually give a major effect next week is the NFP, and then major effects will still come in from the Canadian dollar interest rate statement. And if you check on Thursday, you have a significant one from the euro, which is the main refinancing rate, refinancing rate. So that is a monetary policy statement from the euro right there. And then the US dollar, we have the unemployment claim, so they will still drop the number of people filing for unemployment benefit on Thursday, but now I think they predict that it will be reduced from the previous one. The one they dropped last week is 215,000. So market participants forecast that it might be lesser, that is 212. So if this is lesser, for me, I believe the unemployment rate should reduce and we should see a positive number from the NFP, and then hence we should see US dollar strength. But if this did not reduce, then I believe we should see a disappointing one from the unemployment rate on Friday. That is on the NFP day. So that is that, guys, about the economic activities of next week. So like I said, you see this the volatile move, that gold move from 2043 to 2087. It is a very, very volatile move. And then for me, I believe we should see a retracement next week. Market price should come back and retrace before we see a breakout to retest the 80-ish. So next week should be more sell on gold. I don't think this can just go and then just go like that to 145. We should see probably next week might actually be for retracement on gold. So price might actually, we might see a fake out from here, and a fake out of this resistance level, and price will come in and then started probably retracing back before we see another move. Probably maybe it will retest this area before we see another move to the upside. But for me, I think we should see a retracement move next week from gold. Price should retrace and sellers should actually probably dominate next week. So if we want to see retracement tools here, so probably we should see a move back to, so this is the move to the upside. So we should see a move back to either 50% retracement level or 61.8 retracement level. So any of the three levels, 38.2, 50%, and 61.8 level, you should see a retracement back to any of those levels before we see buyers coming in back again to actually push the price to the upside. So watch this level on Monday. Watch how Monday candle close. If Monday candle closes bearish, then be expecting a retracement back to either of this level or this or this. You understand? So probably let's see how it goes. On GBP US dollar, so last week I told us that we should actually sell from this particular area, and then we see it did some number of pips there, and then probably this is where I'm anticipating sellers will drag the price to. But when we now saw the number of people filing for unemployment benefits rising, so we have price reject from here, and then start seeing our price rejecting from this resistance level too. So what is the next thing we are looking at on GBP USD? For now, I believe GBP USD should actually come to create a new low right here, and then we should see the break of this we'll see a break of this particular low, because this low has been broken, has been taken out. This one has been taken out. Obviously we should see this one to taken out, and price seller should drag the price back to 1.25303. So let me know what you think in the comment section about GBP US dollar. But this is my safe zone right here. If price break above this zone, you should not be looking to sell GBP US dollar. If price break above 1.26737, but price is still below it, I'm still looking for a sell setup back to 1.25736 or 1.25303. But if you see price breaking above this, then you should wait for price to break above this this resistance level before you say, okay, you have changed your bias to a buy bias. But my bias still remain to the downside. So let me know your opinion in the comment section, what you think about the GBP USD. And then Euro USD too, you can see market is still in range at this particular, after breaking out this trend line right there. So it's resort to ranging market at this particular area. But as a trader, I don't think I'll be doing anything between this range. I don't think I'll be buying or selling in between this range. So probably I'll wait for the range to break to the downside before I join the sellers again, or for it to break to the upside. If it break to the upside like this, I won't be doing anything until it break 1.08785. That's where I'm actually join the buyers to. So for now, I still believe Euro USD should sell. Yeah, I still believe Euro USD should sell. This range to break to the downside. So let's see how it goes, guys. But for now, here I will not be doing anything here. I'll just be waiting for price to either break to the downside or break to the upside. For the AUD USD traders, as you can see, price it has a significant level at this particular area. You see, we have a breakout to the downside here. You know, this looks like a head and shoulder, and then we have a breakout to the downside. We have another low which break this particular low, but price go back to retest this supply level, and then we have a rejection. So for me, I still believe that price should continue to the downside. So for me, my bias on AUD USD is to the downside back to 0.62806. So that is the only bias I'm having on the AUD USD. But if price break above this area, I will not be I will just be waiting for price to break above this supply level before I can make a decision to sell to buy. Yeah, I can make a decision to buy. Price must break above this level of supply before I can make a decision to buy. But my bias now is a sell bias, so I'm looking for waiting for sellers to drag the price back to 0.62806. On SND USD 2, I have the same bias with the AUD US dollar. So I'm on bearish bias on SND US dollar for price to I believe price can actually retest this area here, and then we have a rejection back to 0.5069. This might happen in the next couple of days or couple of weeks. But if price now break this area and break this area, that is when I'll be looking for a bullish buy. But if price break this area, I'll still be waiting for what price will do at this particular area if price break through, and then I'll be waiting. But if price come back below this, then I'll enter my sell bias on a long ride back to 0.58067. So guys, let me know your opinion about the SND US dollar. As you can see, what you can see here is that there is a, when price come here, it's reject, and then price come here again, reject, and then we have another one, we have a fake breakout, and then price breaking back. As you can see, before it actually break back to that particular area, there's a lot of price range at this particular area before it actually break back in, which means that sellers are still dominating the market. So I'm actually waiting for rejection, and then a sell bias back to 0.58069. The next pair you want to check is US dollar card. For me, US dollar card looks like a sell setup for me, so that is why I put this. So what I'll be looking, I might be looking to sell US dollar cards next week back to 1.33808. Well, if price break above this if price break above 1.36071, then I'll change my bias to buy bias, which I will enter and then probably take my profit at this particular. But for now, I'm on sell bias on US dollar, Canadian dollar, for price to come back here, and then we might actually see a break of this trend line back to 1.33808. On the SND card too, I'm looking for a bearish bias on SND card. As you can see, price has break below this significant level and then offer a retest there. This level is a very, very strong level that you don't want to joke with. So price is still below that level, so I'm waiting for seller to drag the price back to this particular level right there. So my overall bias on SND card is to the downside, and then if you check this level very well, you see that price come here and then started ranging, so which means that you might see a bearish pressure back to this particular level of support and then the trend line, you understand? So which means that we still need one more touch on this trend line before we can have a bullish setup, you understand? So for price to reaches back to the downside next week. On Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, here I think price broke, as you can see, price break this trend line to the upside and offer a retest. But for now, I think we should see a bullish setup coming to play in this particular area, which means you might actually see a flag pattern right there. But this flag pattern is obviously against the prevailing trend. If you can see, the trend is down, so anything can happen right here. So if you did not see a rejection on Monday, if you did not see a bullish candle close on Monday, don't try to enter a buy position, because price might actually come here and then see a break of this to the downside as price started coming. Start seeing price coming back to this particular low right there. So you just have to be patient on Monday. What I would do is, if I see a daily candle close on Monday, then I will join the buyers and then probably taking my profit at 0.9122. So let's check the JPY PS. So the first one I want to check is the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. So I still believe the Japanese yen weakness should still continue, but probably we can see a retracement back to this particular level before we actually see a buy setup right there. So that's what I'm waiting for on Canadian dollar JPY. This is 1 hour time frame for price to retest this particular level and then level of a very strong support, and then we'll have a rejection at that particular area. And for me, I think this high might actually be taken out and the market might actually form a new high. So if you see how the Canadian dollar JPY close in the weekly time frame, you see that buyers are still around the corner. So the last pair I want to check is the Euro Japanese yen. As you can see, like I said on the Canadian dollar JPY, as you can see, I'm waiting for a retest of this level to enter a buy position on the Euro Japanese yen. So this level to retest might actually test multiple times, and then probably if I see rejection, then I will enter. So I'll be waiting for price to come back to this area and then offer me a retest at this particular level of support, that is at the trend line right here, for me to enter a buy position. So guys, this is the weekly forex forecast. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to drop your opinion. So there's a link to the verified broker in the description box, so click the link register the broker, and then verify your account and trade. So it is their deposit and withdrawal are very easy and simple. So welcome here, my 1K followers. I appreciate you all for following this channel. So let's do more. So I'll be dropping some educational content too that I'm still doing. So when I started dropping it, you yourself will see it. So you will learn a lot on this YouTube channel for free. So don't forget to trade safely and have a profitable trading week ahead.